First up, a huge thank you to 𝗤𝗏𝗃 Bar and Grill for supporting the channel. You can find us there before every home game and post game, either celebrating or drowning our sorrows. It's a great premium bar and it's situated less than half a mile from beautiful downtown Bramall Lane.
Also, a huge thank you to 𝗤𝗏𝗃. They are a virtual band who create innovative musical experiences just for you. But you already knew that, didn't you? We've been talking about them for long enough. But please do go to 𝗤𝗏𝗃.com and check them out because they are awesome.
Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sheffield United way. How are we all doing out there? The Blades have just gone and won the first leg of the playoffs 3-0 at Ashton Gate. Get it all in the comments. Let us know how you're all doing out there, how you saw this game go, and actually how you felt when all those 3 goals went flying in. Oh, I don't know what to. I really don't know what to say. I feel like everybody else is going to be guiding me in this video because, yeah, it's been one hell of a ride, hasn't it? What a start! What a start to these playoffs. I almost feel sorry. No, I do feel sorry for Bristol City because a red card in this sort of game can just kill a tie. Can completely kill a playoff tie, and it could have done. It really could have done. Like, looking at this, the Blades 3-0 up going into the home leg, it almost feels like this could be, you know, the tie done. As I've put in the title, we've got 1 foot in Wembley as of right now. I would have still said the same thing if the Blades would have won this game 1-0, because at the end of the day, you should be able to see it over the line once you're winning. But seeing the second go in and then the third go in, it's going to take something mind-blowingly crazy from Bristol City or from Sheffield United throwing it away. But right now, we're on an absolute high. And yeah, there were some good goals in there as well, to be perfectly honest. Some really good goals and some really good play from the Blades tonight as well. Fair enough, a lot of it happened in the second half when they were down to 10 men. But we certainly ran that game in the second half. Didn't let them come back into the game. Had the foot on the neck, really, didn't we? And it's nice to see from a Blades team because, you know, they were there for the taking after the red card, and I'm glad we went for the jugular, because if we wouldn't have, we'd have been left wondering what if, because I could have seen us go 1-0 up with the penalty, red card, sitting back, passing it around sideways and backwards, and then going into the second leg 1-0 up. But the fact that we've gone for it and we've won 3-0 just shows that we mean business. We mean business, Blades. And yeah, it's fantastic to see. I'm absolutely devastated because I was supposed to be going to this game tonight. Was really ill at work today. Feel a little bit better. Still probably should have gone, but driving all the way down to Bristol, having not had much sleep last night, and you know, been feeling dreadful all day, I just couldn't face it, and I was the one doing the driving. So I opted to give my ticket away and watch it from home. I'm absolutely devastated. Obviously, the second leg, I've obviously got tickets for, and it may not mean anything in the end. Obviously, we're going to have a good time, but yeah, like I said earlier, Bristol City has got to do a hell of a lot when they come to Bramall Lane, and I'm pretty sure that 𝗍𝗃𝗃 is also going to be suspended for that game, which is gutting for them. But obviously really, really good for us. And yeah, it really does feel, as I said earlier on, that we've got 1 foot in the I'm going to say in that Premier League door in Wembley, because like I say, if Bristol City can come to Bramall Lane, score at least 3 goals, they probably deserve to get to Wembley. So yeah, all we need to do at the home tie is just calm down, play our own game, defend well, and the chances will come. the chances will come because they're going to have to go for it, and we can sit back and hopefully pick them off. But let me just get my phone out because I wrote down some notes in the first half for a change. Normally when I'm at a game, I get so engrossed in the game that I forget to write notes and forget to kind of try and remember what was going on. So obviously we also had the disallowed goal, which lots of people, this is a big talking point. It's probably not going to be a big talking point now because obviously we scored 3 more goals, but we could have been 1-0 up after 11 minutes. 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗿 with a headed past the goalkeeper. I think that this is offside, in my humble opinion. The Peck does stop the defender from hooking this off the line, in my opinion. But lots of people have got differing opinions to me. I've seen it in the group chat all day and all night. So, yeah, I think we're all celebrating, obviously. None of us expected to see that offside flag go up. 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗿 was a mile onside. So 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗿's running away thinking he scored. Everybody else is running away with him because how could this be offside? But obviously City Peck is interfering with play. He's got practically a hip offside. It's very, very tight. And the fact that the lino saw that, also saw the fact that he was impeding the defender. Fair play to him. That's a very, very good decision, again, in my opinion. And then in the 14th minute, I think this is where it all changes, because if this goes in the back of the net, this is a completely different game. And it's Williams. The ball comes out. It's a good ball into the box. It gets kind of half cleared away. And Williams runs onto this and smashes it against the upright, the crossbar to be exact. And it's one of the best strikes I've seen all season from anyone. What a strike. Michael Cooper has got no chance. James Trafford and Michael Cooper in the same goal would have had no chance. It was hit with such venom. And unfortunately for Bristol City, it was just a little bit too high. But what a strike! I was literally sat myself for like, fair play. If that's it, it's the back of the net. You're like, fair. Like, what can we do about that? And then in the 28th minute, an absolutely wonderful. Oh no, sorry, that was the 32nd minute. In the 28th minute, 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗿 goes through one-on-one. It's a beautiful ball from Ryan Brewster through to 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗿. He makes a great run round the defender, and he's one-on-one. 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗿 should have been gobbling that up, but it never looks like he actually gets it out of his feet. He tries to kind of size him up, but it's just under his feet, and he tries to kind of kill the ball round the goalkeeper. I actually thought he was going to switch it and put it into the kind of front post, if you like, and send the goalkeeper the wrong way. But he doesn't. The keeper makes a good save. And then after that, City Peck turns and then has a pretty good shot deflected. And it looks like it's just dropping in. And the keeper makes a really, really good save. In the 32nd minute, 𝗤𝗏 on the stretch. It's a fantastic ball from Gus Harmer out to the wing. I believe it's Ryan Brewster on that right-hand side who finds his man, but there's just not enough pace on it for 𝗤𝗏 to kind of redirect it into a corner. And he's not got enough, stretch. That's probably not the right thing to say. But the ball's played into the box and 𝗤𝗏 is kind of just stretching for it. Doesn't get enough on it or the direction, actually. Power or direction weren't there. But and the keeper picks it up quite comfortably. And then this is where the game changes. Williams goes off injured. 𝗬𝗏 comes on in the 40th. And then in the 45th plus second minute, so 47th, quick maths, 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗿 flicks a header on into the path beautifully for 𝗤𝗏 to run onto. 𝗤𝗏's in a great position for this, by the way. He makes a really good run. And obviously it's a great header from 𝗬𝗏 𝗵𝗿. But what a header into that path. And for me, 𝗤𝗏 never actually looks that comfortable with the ball bouncing. And then 𝗍𝗏 tries to get round him. He grabs him. I think he catches his leg and then he kind of swivels him and gets the ball eventually. But he's pulling and pulling and pulling. And 𝗤𝗏 smells him. And then as soon as he gets touched, 𝗤𝗏 is like, he's more than experienced enough to know exactly what to do in that position. And 𝗤𝗏 throws himself to the ground, gets a penalty, you've got to do that, haven't you? And we've been in the Premier League recently. Kiefer Moore's played Premier League football. That seems what people do in the Premier League, and naive players would have continued and tried to get the shot away. He doesn't. He goes down. He gets the red card for 𝗣𝗿𝗫. I don't think that's what Kiefer Moore's after. I think he's just after the penalty. He certainly does get pulled back, and it was a penalty for me, and a red card. And yeah, that kind of ends the tie for me, in my opinion. Obviously, again, there's a long way to go, but 3 goals is going to be really, really difficult for Bristol City to come back from. And like I mentioned earlier on in the stream, if you weren't in at that point, I'm so glad that we went for the jugular. I really am. Burrows puts away the penalty a minute later, almost missed it on the TV because Burrows took it so quickly. And he just sends the keeper the wrong way beautifully. He looks like he's going to put it into that corner and swivels it and puts it in the other corner. Great penalty from Burrows. Always super, super confident is Burrows. Already scored 2 penalties this season. So, or is that 3? No, I think it's 4 for the season. 1 open play goal, 2 goals from penalties, and now 3, if I'm right. No, he scored 2 against. I'm sure he scored an outfield goal against Norwich. Anyway, I'm arguing myself here. No need to argue. We've just won this game 3-0. But yeah, Harrison Burrows obviously super, super confident, putting that ball in the back of the net. All the Blades fans going absolutely crazy. Ollie Arblaster included in the crowd. And we go into half time pretty confident, 1-0 up, playing against 10 men. And they make a couple of substitutions. Armstrong and Roberts coming on for Hirakawa. And 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝐿's coming off as well. 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝐿's obviously their top goal scorer, 10 goals. Taking him off to bring on someone with a little bit more about them, a little bit more strength, should I say, in Armstrong. And they didn't really create anything in that second half. I think Cooper had 1 save to make that was straight at him. And that's testament to United, because we stepped on the neck, for a want of a better phrase. We just went for it and we controlled that game in the second half. We didn't let them create anything. Maybe a little bit down to Bristol City wanting to keep that at 1-0, because you could see that Bristol City weren't particularly going for it. They were just trying to stay in the tie. If they'd have come away with a 1-0 defeat, I think they would have been more than happy going into the second game, having lost a man and only being 1-0 down, because anything can happen. When you kind of there's only 1 goal in it, but now there's 3 goals in it. It's going to be really, really tough for them. Peck gets booked in the 64th minute, and I think that's the main reason why he gets brought off a few minutes later. We are already 1-0 up, and it's pointless, you know, letting them get back into the game if Peck makes a silly challenge or has to bring someone down if they're going through. So Wilder makes the right decision, brings him off. Saves his legs as well. Not that Sidney Peck needs his legs saving, because he's such a fantastic specimen of a boy. Callum O'Hare comes on, Tom Davies and Andre Brooks. Tyrese Campbell comes off. Tyrese Campbell did look like he was struggling a little bit. At one point he did. I don't know whether it was a jump or a block or something. It looked like he landed a bit funny and he wasn't too happy with either his knee or his ankle. So probably the right decision to bring him off. Brewster came off as well, and I actually thought Brewster had a really, really good game in this one. But yeah, Brewster gets brought off for Andre Brooks, and this is where it changes. This is where the game is just, it could be over. Harrison Burrows gets the ball on the left-hand side, just tries to get anything into the box, and just gambled on the fact that if I hit this ball across the box, it's either going to hit the defender and go out for a corner, or I'm going to get something into the box. And he does. Callum O'Hare, lovely step over, or he steps over the ball anyway. Lovely dummy. Kiefer Moore tries to go for it. I think he just kind of holds his man back so they can't get the ball away. And it lands to Andre Brooks, and he's fresh off that goal against Stoke. He just gets it on target, side-footed, and just puts as much behind it as possible, thinking that if the goalkeeper gets a hand to it, hopefully he's just going to divert it into his own net. And that's what happens. Andre Brooks, great finish. He didn't thrash at it like Gus Harmer's been doing recently, a couple of thrash shots today. He didn't show his age. He showed his experience, his experience in such a short space of time. And just, like I say, side foots it, pace behind it, tries to get it on target and into the corner. And like I say, the keeper gets a hand to it, but just not enough to keep the ball out of the goal. And in the 73rd minute, Andre Brooks puts the Blades 2-0 up in the playoff first leg. Oh, and we're all, again, high on that goal, and everyone's buzzing. And Bristol City at this point, I think they're in kind of no man's land a little bit. It's like, what do we do? Do we go for a goal, or do we try and shore it up and stay 2-0? Because again, 2-0, he's not far off 1-0. He's one goal. So they would have probably had a chance coming to Bramall Lane being 2-0 down, but 3-0 down, as I keep saying, for me is just too little, too late, or too little, too not enough. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm still absolutely buzzing and a little bit ill. So there you go. In the 79th minute, though, Callum O'Hare puts this game well and truly to bed. Gus Harmer puts the ball into the box. I think it ends up being Tom Davies, practically one of the smallest players on the pitch, to head this ball down. Vinny Souza gets something on it towards goal. It's not enough. And Callum O'Hare, with the greatest instinctive finish you'll ever see, he's up. He's like, I think he's trying to jump out of the way of Vinny Souza shooting. And as he's kind of coming down, he flicks this ball with his little back heel past the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's expecting Vinny Souza's shot just to come into his gloves down low. And it's a fantastic flick from Callum O'Hare to put the Blades 3-0 up. And that is practically all she wrote. There was a few other chances in there, but it doesn't really matter now. The Blades have won this game 3-0. Everyone's absolutely buzzing. I'm buzzing. Rob Holding came on for a brief cameo in the 81st minute. Again, probably saving Robbo's legs. I would have probably gone with Rob Holding in this game. I was actually thinking about this. And if our players on paper play how they should do, play to their ability, we shouldn't even need to worry about the defence. We should be happy with the lads just creating chances at will and scoring goals at will, as they did this evening. Harmer came off in the 85th. I'm surprised Harmer didn't come off as soon as the third goal went in, because there's no point in getting Harmer injured for whatever reason. But he came off sort of 5 minutes later for Sam McCallum, shoring it up at the back. So we got more than enough defenders on the pitch. Let's just make sure we don't do anything silly. Don't concede a silly goal to let them kind of think that they've got a chance in the second leg. But as I mentioned earlier on, I do feel really sorry for Bristol City, because Bristol City have done fantastically well to get here. It just feels, I feel for them, because if I was in their position and the tie was basically over after the first leg, I would be gutted as well. I'd be really, really gutted, especially the fact that they've not been in a championship playoff ever, since it's been the championship anyway. I think they've had 10 straight years where they've practically finished mid-table. So the fact that they've finally got to a playoff semi-final and they're 3-0 down, more or less due to a red card and a penalty. Because let's be honest, I wouldn't expect Sheffield United to have come to Bristol City 11 versus 11 and beat them 3-0. Like, before the penalty, it was 0-0. Obviously, yeah, we'd scored a goal that was disallowed. And in my opinion, yeah, they had more of the ball. Let's have a little look at the stats. They had more of the ball in the first half. But as we can see, first half stats, expected goals, yes, fair enough, you've got a penalty in there, but their expected goals is 0.13, as is 1.5. So even without the penalty, I don't know what a penalty is in XG, but you've still got way more XG than they've got. They had 70% of the ball possession in the first half. Just didn't do a lot with it. 0 shots on target, 0 big chances, only 2 corners. We had 4 shots on target, 3 big chances, and 3 corner kicks. Not that corner kicks really matter, but oh my God. what a day. What a fantastic day. And I had a really funny feeling in the pit of my stomach, not just the fact that I was ill today, but just I might have made myself ill from, worrying about this game. Not that I was massively worried, but in my head, I wasn't worried. But in my stomach, it was just turning, doing just knots in my stomach, tossing and turning constantly. And yeah, it was horrible. It was really, really horrible. But I'm going to go into the second leg feeling a lot more optimistic, believe it or not, because it's, before this game, we were on 0-0 and now we're on 3-0. So surely the Blades should do it. We've got to do it, haven't we? We've got to do it finally. We've got to get ourselves to Wembley. I was going to start talking about Wembley and who we could get, but I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that because we've still got a game to play. There's still 90 minutes to play. Weirder things have happened in football, like Wednesday coming from 4-0 down. But Wednesday were at home when they won 4-0. This is going to be at Bramall Lane. Everyone's going to be behind the Blades, or at least three and a half sides of the ground is going to be Blades fans. I just hope that the tickets that are still available for the second leg, I think there's still some tickets available. I hope that Blades fans don't decide to not go because they're saving up for Wembley. Get to Bramall Lane, enjoy the day. Let's see the Blades win another game of football, the 65th game of football this season that we've won. And yeah, let's enjoy getting to Wembley. I said I weren't going to say that, but I've said it. And do you know what? If we were 1-0 up, there's no way I'd be talking about us going to Wembley. I'd be like, you know what? That's a really good start. Maybe still 1 foot in Wembley, as I mentioned earlier on, but there's a long way to go. And 3-0 just feels like it would be a colossal mess up if the Blades managed to not get to Wembley this year. So yeah, I'm going to have more than one eye on the other semi-final now. Obviously, watching Sunderland and Sunderland and Coventry City. Let me know in the comments if we do get to Wembley, who you would want out of the two. I'm not really sure myself because I think I would rather have Coventry just because they came to Bramall Lane and I thought they were rubbish. But Sunderland have lost 5 games in a row. But if Sunderland do get to Wembley, having lost 5 games in a row and then gone through 2 games, getting the better of Frank Lampard's Coventry City, then you would think that Sunderland would have the tails back up and, all be singing off the same hymn sheet. And in my opinion, I really do think that Sunderland on paper and this season have been a lot better than Coventry. But it's the playoffs. It's a clean slate, as they always say. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let me get through some of the comments because I know everyone's going to be absolutely buzzing. And I hope people aren't giving me much stick about talking about Wembley a little bit too much. Jamie, I appreciate your comment, but there is a swear word in there, so I'm not going to pop it up on screen. That's more like it. Up the Blades. Thank you, Chris. Always great to see you in the comments, mate. Make sure you like the video as well. Make sure you like the stream because it pushes it out further. I'm sure Chris will be saying it in the comments at some point because he's doing our work for us. Get in Blades. Yes, David. I love that. And believe it or not, my father-in-law's called David and my brother-in-law's called Bennett. No one cared. No one asked. Just saying. Jermaine Grant, nice to see you in the comments and in the chat, mate. 3 swords there. Was worried we'd not take advantage of the extra man. I think we all did. I think we all kind of expected to take a 1-0 lead to Bramall Lane. Who saw 3-0 coming from the Blades? I'm glad Wilder went for it and killed the game off 1 foot in the final. We still got a job to do on Monday. Absolutely right, David. I predicted a 3-1 Blades win, so I'll take this. Could have easily been 5-0 with the chances created. I actually thought Tom Davies, when he came on, was just fantastic, making those runs, just dropping into that kind of hole where neither midfield or defence wants to go. Yeah, really, really good when he came on, showed his class. Brooks needs to start the next game or the next 2. Do you know what? I somewhat agree, but at the same time, 𝗏𝗏𝗏 off the bench is just on fire at the moment. So who knows? Dicky misses the next leg too. Can't see Reds getting overturned. Yeah, probably not. Great to see that that we have the quality coming off the bench and everyone seems fit. Glad to see us not sitting on 1-0 too. Me too, Stephen. Me too. Agreed, Scott was harsh, but the law says it's a red card. Don Goodman takes out extended warranty on his microphone. Subs made a real difference. John, you're absolutely bang on, mate. Bang on. Like, who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it? We've not really taken advantage of our subs at all this season, in my opinion. So it's good to see Callum O'Hare coming on, getting a goal, and also that step over for Brooks to finish. Like, anyone else would have just thrashed at that and hopefully it'd have gone towards goal, but not Callum O'Hare. He steps over it, knowing that someone's going to be on the end of that. Nice to see. Ty Chams, up the blades, expected a win, but not 3-0. Ty over that. Oh, I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right, Ty. One slight problem, Nick. My sister is getting married on the day of the playoff final. Absolutely gutted, but you can guarantee we will do it this time. I hope you're right. Don Goodman prefers almond milk in his coffee. He's not even lactose intolerant or vegan. There's some really, really good comments coming in about Don Goodman. Up the blades, come on, lads. Thank you, Andy. Really appreciate that from an Andy to an Andrew. Fantastic half. The job done. Up the blades. So some people saying the job done. Some people saying let's not count our chickens. Peck needs resting. I thought Peck had a fantastic game today, in all honesty. He kept things ticking constantly. He's just, do you know what? I'm going to give you this little tidbit from the Player of the Year do. Okay. I haven't said this yet, but I will say it now. It's a bit of fun, but also there could be something a little bit in it. I went up to City Peck at the bar, gave me a hug, and we had a little bit of a chat. And I said how well I thought City Peck had played this season. It really stepped up to the play. Andre Brooks was at the bar. I'm guessing they are really, really close mates because I think they spent most of the night together. And Andre Brooks just looked over and went, he's trying too hard. And City Peck just kind of like put his head down. And what he was getting at, I didn't know what he was getting at first. And then Andre Brooks says, he's trying too hard to score. And I think we've all kind of felt that because we all want City Peck to score. And, you know, he's obviously just saving it for the playoff final. But you could see tonight he was desperate to score. And, yeah, it's probably a game when you can afford to, you know, take a few shots that you may have slipped someone in instead. There were a couple of chances to slip someone in. But City Peck, one of these times, it'll find the back of the net. And, yeah, it did feel like he needed it tonight. That final chance that just went wide of the post, I thought that was destined for the back of the net. But maybe, as Andre Brooks says, he is trying a little bit too hard. But he's doing fantastic in everything else. So I'm not... If he doesn't score in the next two games, I don't care because City Peck has been wonderful this season. Wonderful. Don Goodman still thinks Bruce Willis is alive. Don Goodman hates the Blades. I hope he's got face on now. They're going to have to go for it from the off too. I expect them to score, but we shouldn't throw this away now. No, I agree. They're going to have to go for it. And yeah, they might score. But, you know, we need to just make sure that, because I think if they score, we score too. And I can't imagine Bristol City are going to score 4 at Bramall Lane and we're not going to score any. So, yeah, Peck will score the winner at Wembley. Mark my words. Thanks, Andy. David Vinter. Yes. I spent such a long time with David Vinter before the Blackburn game at Panenka, and we had such a great chat. So it's nice to see you in the comments. And I saw him at the Bash testimonial as well. Fully deserved. Should have scored more. Wembley, here we come. If David Vinter says it, it's got to be right. It's got to be right. He doesn't get anything wrong. Who was the best player today? Would anyone say, and does Brewster need that new contract? I think Brewster had a really good game, in all honesty. I probably wouldn't say man of the match, but I don't know who I would say man of the match in this game, in all honesty. I like 𝗬𝗏. I think 𝗬𝗏 played really well. I think Gus had some really, really good touches, some really good passes as well. But we expect that from Gus every week, don't we? Let's be honest. I think it's hard to say. I think it was a real team game today. I think a lot of players touched the ball a lot today. Callum O'Hare made a massive difference when he came and obviously scoring his goal and his step over. If he doesn't do that step over and he just tries to shoot, that goal doesn't happen. So yeah, really, really good from Callum O'Hare coming off the bench. Justin, wasn't expecting that. The red card helped, but we were on top, I thought, before that. Quality away leg performance that. Everybody was on it. Get in, Blades. Thank you, Justin. Thank you for being here, as well as everybody else, as well as Jack Parker as well. Put my 2011 𝗣𝗿𝗲 shirt on and we score 3. Coincidence? He thinks not. I'm with you. I think that's it's all down to the shirt. It's got to be. Love O'Hare. Brooks is super sub. Let's carry on. Let's carry it on come Monday, and would love Peck to score. Let's just stick him up front. Let's stick Peck up front and see if he gets his goal. No, not if we go up. Not sure what that's referring to. Whoa, what a performance. Thank you, Simon. Really appreciate you dropping by. It was a great performance. You're not wrong. I've slated Wilder at times, but we got it right tonight. Fired everyone up for that, and they delivered. I'll be honest, with the team, when it came up, I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. And I think that Qifer Moore, man of the match. I'm saying it. He won everything in the air. And some of the things that he flicked on were in the right position. We just didn't take advantage of it. So, yeah, Qifer Moore for me. Let me have a look who Flash Score's given it to. I don't think they'll have given it to Qifer Moore, but through the eye test, I thought Qifer Moore was fantastic. So Burrows got, of course he did. He scored a goal. But yeah, also got his assist as well. Burrows had a good game. He had a really good game. Chowdhury 7.8 out of 10. Chowdhury was the second best player on the pitch apparently. 𝗬𝗏, Vinny Souza, Moore, Brewster, all of them got really, really good ratings on Flash Score. But yeah, I honestly, I just thought that Qifer Moore was a difference maker today, a big, big difference maker. And watching how Moore and Cannon linked up together against Burnley, and that kind of direct way of playing, getting the ball forward to Qifer Moore, and then working off that, it's a really, really good ploy. And unfortunately, Qifer Moore's been injured for a lot of the season now, so we could have seen this more this season. And obviously Qifer Moore's only really just got back to full fitness, so the fact that he's putting in these performances when he's not played a lot of football is just testament to him. And I know he's been a fantastic pro over the years. I was buzzing when we signed him. I don't think we've seen the best of him, but hopefully we're going to carry on seeing the best of him. And you know, I've been waxing lyrical about him, but I think it's mostly because I didn't expect it. And the fact that we went 2 up front tonight, Tyrese Campbell, even though he's got a low rating on Flash Score, I think it was more or less down to that one-on-one that he missed. But obviously scored the goal that could have counted if 𝗬𝗏 didn't infringe. And he made some really, really good runs in behind. So yeah, Tyrese Campbell for me, I just wanted to see him get a goal, because if I think he would have got that goal, that one-on-one, and thrashed it past the goalkeeper, that'd give him so much confidence going into the next leg and hopefully Wembley as well. Don Goodman is still looking for Tartan Penny B&Q. Very good, Joe. Very good. We're on our way. I hope so, Frank. I hope so. Best part of the game was that Vinny copied Brooks'. Yes! Vinny did copy Brooks' celebration, and it was the most hilarious thing you'll ever see. I'm sure that'll be doing the rounds on social media over the next few days, because, United social media team are fantastic. Only thing Goodman got right was the offside call. Him saying it wasn't a penalty or a red card from 𝗬𝗏, man knows nothing. I don't think he said it wasn't a penalty. I think he was saying it wasn't a red card. And then he came on afterwards and said, oh, yeah, by the letter of the law, it should have been a red card. So he completely got his rules wrong. And I was going to say it's understandable, but it's understandable to fans because, you know, there's so many rules in the game that, and they change every year or you know, they can change every year. You don't know whether you're coming or going sometimes. Sometimes I'm thinking that the goalkeeper's still got 6 seconds in his hands. It's just crazy how things change. But if you're going to be analysing football at the highest level, which is Sky Sports, you need to be knowing your rules, Don. Don Goodman is the reason there's instructions on shampoo bottles. These are great. Keep them coming. Leeds supporter here. Hope it's Sheffield United versus Sunderland final. Thank you, Shane. Appreciate that. Well done, lads. Up the blades from Adrian. Chris, let's drop the stream and channel a like, guys. Support Nick and the lads at the Sheffield United way. Thank you so much, Chris. More put hard graft in tonight. One of his best games. Agreed, Chris. I don't know. I think I've just been waxing lyrical for ages, and you've probably put that in ages ago. 𝗚𝗍𝗄 𝗍 meters in the boozer. We're 3-0 up. We're 3-0 up. Huge, massive, absolutely huge for us. Brewster, Moore, Harmer, Souza, and Burrows playing lights out. I don't know what that means, Noah, but that must be a very cool thing to say in an American accent. Burrows has scored 6 this season, 3 penalties, 3 from open play. Wow, that is a lot more than I thought. I think Andre Brooks deserves a chance to start in the second leg. I think you're possibly right. And do you know what? Not that I think that he needs carrying, but I think that second leg, giving him a bit, they're going to be going for it. So we're going to be trying to hit him on the break. I'm almost positive. And that's what we're really good at. And that's what Andre Brooks is good at as well. So, yeah, it'd be good to see. Wembley. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Let's also take into consideration that 2 of our most exciting attacking prospects and players weren't even on the bench. 𝗍𝗍𝗄, Ben Brereton Diaz, neither on the bench, both commanding probably a big fee. Neither of them on the bench, and the Blades have still managed to get 3 goals in this game. And the biggest win we've achieved all season is 3-0 against Oxford at home. So it's nice to see the Blades equal that in the playoff semi-final, first leg away from home. Sam deserved the win. Absolutely agree. Benjamin Cook, he's the most anti-Sheffield United commentator going. Not convinced by offside either. He looked level with the ball. I cannot disagree with that at all. He certainly is the most anti-Sheffield United commentator, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. Has something happened in the past to him for him to hate Sheffield United? Do you know what? You'd understand it if Andy Hinchcliffe didn't like Sheffield United because he played for Wednesday. Don Goodman, what is it about Don Goodman that he doesn't like Sheffield United? Is it a Chris Wilder thing? But I'm sure Don Goodman's always had this kind of thing against Sheffield United, even when 𝗍𝗄 was the manager. So really weird. 𝗚𝗍𝗄 looked brilliant. Yeah, agreed, Simon. Saw someone describe the goal by 𝗚𝗍𝗄 as a Matrix goal. Can't argue with that. Again, American accent will make that sound so much better. It's such a gorgeous little flick from 𝗚𝗍𝗄, actually borderline kinky. Wow. I think Chris has enjoyed this game a little bit too much tonight. Job, very well done. Didn't think we'd score 3 when we started slowing the game down against 10 men. Brewster, our best passer of the ball, did more, take an elbow in the last minute. Don't think I saw that. Sheffield United fans, we are Blades. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Nick made himself ill. Stress is real. Relax now. Yeah. Maybe, who knows? Worst championship season ever. Thought last season's was bad, but at least Ipswich gave parachute payments a challenge. I don't disagree, you guys, but for the good of the game, we need Coventry or so. Go away, Gareth Southgate. You weren't good enough for England. You're not good enough for being in our comments. Up the Blades, Nick. Absolutely. Chris, yes. Chris, by the way, is the greatest mortgage advisor in the world. And we'll be getting him on the channel very, very soon because, yeah, we all love Chris, and I want to give Chris a massive shout out because he's the one that helped me buy my house. And if it wasn't for Chris, I'd be still renting. I'd probably be renting for the next 10 years. So thank you, Chris. Lots of love, and we'll get you on the channel very, very soon. We'd never live it down if we mess this up. the other half of the city would lose their minds if we don't see this out. Absolutely agree, especially as Wednesday came back from 4-0 down. If we threw away a 3-0 scoreline, yeah, you're absolutely right. 3-0 win and still annoyed by the choked off goal. Fair enough, Graham. Fair enough. What a game we played tonight. Tom Davies always looks like a Rolls Royce. He's just above the championship level with his ability. I at least think he's top level championship now. It's just a pity, isn't it? It's just a pity that Tom Davies just gets injured so much, because if he'd have played 46 games this season, which would have never happened, don't get me wrong, we'd have won a lot more points and he would be starring in this team. Do you think it was a red, though? Yes. I actually do think it was a red, Jamie. Some people say not, Don Goodman included, but I do think it was a red. We played really well tonight, and the newfound freedom, confidence is flowing. Do you know what? It would be good to see us, put Bristol City to the sword in the second leg. But do you know what? I'd love to see a 1 or a 2-0 win in the second leg, finish 5-0 over the 2 legs, and go into the playoffs, playoff final, having not conceded a goal and scored 5 goals. That would be just perfect for me. We don't need to see us blow them away. It'd be nice. We don't need to see us blow them away. Sorry, I missed that one, Chris. Burrows man of the match with his goal and assist. Yep, definitely. Vinny was consistently good tonight. Again, so was Peck. Let's not get carried away. It's only 3-0. Should be 4, by the way, dare I say it. Wembley. Come on, John. If you can't celebrate when we're 3-0 up. I love that you say it's only 3-0. We'd have absolutely killed for a 3-0 scoreline. I don't think anyone would have believed you. If I'd have gone into the future, come back and told everyone, don't worry, lads and lasses, let's just calm down. We're going to win this game 3-0. I'd have been sectioned. There's absolutely no two ways about that, because no one saw this coming. But obviously, a red card could just change everything. Next up, 𝗣𝗿𝗿𝗶𝗹𝗹. I hope I've not said something silly there, and it's 2 words put together to sound like something rude. Robinson played good for once, and we attacked in the second half. Never heard of the thing offside, scoring from a corner. Just got to repeat it at the lane. Love this team. Yeah, we've not scored from corners for a long time, have we? I think it was an L against, was it Coventry? 3rd goal against Coventry or Middlesbrough, one of the 2, I think. Headed goal when the goalkeeper should have really took it. Was listening on Radio Sheffield. Even Carlos Saab was impressed. More man of the match. Happy days. Kieran Hooper, 𝗍𝗫 spoke too soon. What a result. Getting Blades. O'Hare's goal was better than it looked live. Definitely agree. Hi, Nick. Are you gutted you didn't knock at work and go to the game? Not really, because as I mentioned earlier on, I felt awful today. I look awful. Do I not look awful right now? I think it just shows how not well I've been feeling all day. And you know what? That game has massively perked me up, as you can see. But yeah, I'm just I am devastated that I didn't get to go to the game today. Peck wasn't offside for the Campbell goal. He was on the line with the ball. It don't really matter now, does it? It don't really matter. I'm going to pledge £1 per goal we scored in the playoffs to the superb Sheffield United way. Come on, lads, follow me. Yes, John. Yes. Donate to the Sheffield United way. I'm only joking. We don't do this for the money. We do this for the love of the club, and to give you somewhere to vent your frustrations or celebrate as it is today. Thank you, John. Though appreciate any sort of donation anyone wants to give would be lovely. It would be lovely. Brooks needs to start the second leg. Kieran, a lot of people have been saying it. Brooks deserves. Yep, everyone's saying it. What a brilliant performance and result that Brooksy off the bench once again. You Blades. That's Connor Wishart. I hope I've not said anything silly again. Very professional tonight. Thought Wilder got the plan and the sub spot on. Job not done. End all hopes with an early goal on Monday. Up the Blades. Thank you, Cal. Really appreciate you dropping by, mate. Congratulations from the Bangladeshi Blades. Thank you, Abdullah. Really appreciate that. Obviously, you're going to love the fact that 𝗲𝗲 𝗬𝗿 was fantastic at right back again. Yet again. I was talking to my wife earlier on and saying, how gutted would you be if you're 𝗤𝗍𝗍 and you've played pretty damn well for practically half to 3/4 of the season? Nah, probably more half. You've had a couple of mediocre games. You've been replaced with a loan signing, another loan signing, who's then got injured and then been replaced by a defensive midfielder who has come in on loan as well. I think it's pretty harsh, but at the same time, 𝗲𝗲 𝗬𝗿 has been a revelation at right back. And yes, we all love 𝗤𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗍𝐺. He's one of our own. He is Sheffield born and bred. But it's difficult. It's really difficult to see anyone playing there other than 𝗲𝗲 𝗬𝗿. And what I said was I thought that 𝗲𝗲 𝗬𝗿 should play in the first leg because we want to be defensive, we want to be solid, and we don't want to concede goals. And then set 𝗤𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗍𝐺 on them at Bramall Lane. But it might not be needed. We might not need to bring 𝗤𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗍 on. I think that he was on the bench tonight as well, if I'm right in saying that. No, he wasn't. Oh, wait. No, he wasn't. I don't know where I've seen that. But yeah, 𝗤𝗏𝗏 𝗏𝗍𝐺 wasn't on the bench tonight, just for clarification. Hopefully he's back for the next game and hopefully the next game. But like I said, 𝗲𝗲 𝗬𝗿, wow. He's been a revelation at right back. He really, really has. Great opportunity to take my daughter to her first Wembley game. I love my Blades. Now, Gary, is it okay to take a 3-year-old, or not even a 3-year-old, to Wembley? I don't think so. I don't think so. I was going to take him to the Bash testimonial, but yeah, Wembley is going to be raucous, to say the least. Yeah, so Chris, should we try and sign 𝗲𝗲 permanently in the summer? I think he's been a revelation. Nothing spectacular. Me and you, Chris, we're like two peas. Nothing spectacular, but solid every game whenever he's asked to play. I think if we go up or stay down, we need to sign him. Like, I think if we go up, he's a backup. He has to be a backup. But he's done nothing to suggest that he doesn't deserve to be purchased by the Blades. Anyone else notice Cooper chilling with a cup of tea and a cigar sat at an armchair mid-second half? Fantastic, Rob. Love that. Connor said my last name. Spot on then, Nick. Thank you very much. I'm so glad I did. I could have said Wishart, but I said Wishart, didn't I? And yeah, smashed it, obviously. Yeah, I'm glad I did that because I normally butcher people's names. I can't speak. I'll donate £10 per goal to Sheffield United way. What United score in the final? Ian, I'm going to hold you to that. And when we win 10-0, I want to see 5 £20 notes in my hand on Wembley way. I don't really care. I don't want your money. I really don't, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it anyway. Great performance from the lads tonight. Great triple sub too. Brooks deserved to start. Alex, yeah, agree. Oh, here we go. I think he's just off. Oh, God. I've got to read this. Sorry, Wolfgang. Right, here we go. I'm going to read this big. Can't even see my face. It's that long, Wolfgang. Right. Benjamin Cook. I think he's just off when the ball leaves Campbell's head. And there's definitely no argument he's interfering with play. I've seen Wenger has proposed a new rule change to offsides, so there has to be daylight between the last man and any part of the body. You can play the ball with which I think would be better than the current rule. This is terrible YouTubing, isn't it? But we're still going. We're doing it. It would give the advantage back to the attacker too. Like the rule change in the 90s to make it be any part of the body you can play. Oh my God, there's more. There's more. And the streaming platform that we use can't show it because there's too much. Sorry, Wolfgang. Thank you very much. Agree. Let's say agree. Let's move on from that. Every team needs those utility men. Exactly, Chris. Bang on. Make sure you like the video before we leave, by the way, ladies and gents. Wilder's paying them shots tonight. Paying for them shots tonight. Yes, he is. Yes, he needs to be. But saying that, no, he doesn't. No. Let's get back to Bramall Lane. Let's make sure we put them to the sword, finish the job off at Bramall Lane, and we can celebrate after Wembley, can't we? No problem, my friend. I'll be waiting for you at the end. Love that, Ian. Love that. I just like to meet you at Wembley. I'll buy you a drink. I don't mind at all. 𝗍𝗍𝗫𝐻𝗔's backflip was absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Nick, how much would it take to get you to read audiobooks to my kid to get to sleep at night? Oh, and on that note, someone say something nice before we leave, because I can't leave on Chris telling me I am the most boring man in the world. I'm going to wait. No, okay, fair enough. We'll leave it there. Thank you so much for everyone joining me here tonight. He certainly made me feel better. I felt so much better tonight after a terrible day. We've got something extremely exciting coming up tomorrow. I'll give you a hint of what's coming up tomorrow. Hopefully it happens, by the way. It's happening right now. So our short form king, Dylan, is currently at the match. I was supposed to be going with him, but obviously I didn't in the end. He gave his ticket to, gave my ticket to somebody else. He is currently filming fan cams outside the ground. So hopefully, if you see some videos from the Sheffield United way, make sure you click on them tomorrow, because it's going to be fans talking after walking out of that ground, having seen the Blades win 3-0. Everybody's going to be in high spirits. So anything from the Sheffield United way tomorrow, click on it straight away, and you'll be enjoying, you know, the Blades at Bristol City, walking out of the ground, absolutely buzzing. I'm sure he'll be inundated with people wanting to talk to him, because we're all buzzing after this win tonight. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Here we go. Good night. Thank you, Simon. Love you, Nick. Thank you, Kieran. Appreciate that. Love you too. Love you too, man. Up the Blades from Maxim. We're going to Wembley from Ian. I think you have a voice like melted caramel, Nick. Oh, the dulcet tones of Ingrid, Nick. Up the Blades, up the Sheffield United way. Thank you, Pascal. Appreciate that. Fantastic name, by the way. Not in that way. That. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Sheffield United way TV. There we go. Looking forward to watching that. Thank you, Simon. And we'll get you on a video before not too long, because I know you've done some fantastic work with Noah in some of the watch along. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents. I'm going to leave you there. We've been going quite a while, but it doesn't matter, does it? When the Blades are going to win, you know, we're going to win it. We've scored 3 goals in a playoff first leg away from home. That can't have ever happened. I can't remember it anyway. So thank you very much for watching. We're all buzzing. Let us know what you think in the comments if you're watching this after the live. We can all kind of chill now until Monday, and then we'll probably all get anxiety again, because it is Sheffield United way, and we like to do it the Sheffield United way, which is never really that chilling or chillaxing. Anyway, I'm talking rubbish. It's late on at night. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you again very soon. Come on, you Blades, on to Wembley!
Olé, olé, olé.